There's an echo. I will call the Harrison County Commission meeting for Wednesday, July 1st, 2026 to order. If you will rise and join us in the invocation and pledge.
Heavenly Father, help us to be hopeful in you, Lord, for our hope rests in you. Help us to be faithful in prayer so that we may glorify you, not only in what we can do, but knowing that you can help us through our weaknesses with all your strength. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Doesn't appear to have nobody signed up to speak. Is there anyone on Zoom that wishes to speak publicly? Anyone on Zoom wish to speak publicly? Hearing none, we will move on to the consent agenda. What's the pleasure?
Move to approve consent agenda as presented.
Motion to approve consent agenda as presented. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Number 3, payroll change notices A through C.
Move to approve change roll notices A, B, and C as presented.
Motion to approve payroll changes A, B, and C as presented. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. We have no minutes and or amended minutes, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, 5 requisitions, purchase orders, and invoices. We have A, B, and C. What's the pleasure?
Move to approve A, B, and C as presented.
Motion to approve A, B, and C as presented. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None of that. Motion carried. We have no exonerations, corrective tickets, or joint applications, correct?
That is correct.
Nor there's nothing to review, discuss, and consider on number 7.
That is correct.
Good. Number 8, review, discuss, consideration of approval of a project fund requisition for the payment of costs associated with the project to be financed from proceeds of the Series 2019 A and B bonds issued for the Charles Point Economic Opportunity Development District. We have one for $3,535. What's the pleasure?
Move to approve as read.
Motion to approve as read. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed?
No.
Okay, motion carried. We have nothing on number 9.
That is correct, Madam President.
Okay. Number 10, do we have any?
If we may come back to that, they were finishing printing them off for us to review.
Okay. Number 11, review, discuss, consider approval of an engagement letter for legal services to be provided by Steptoe and Johnson relation to the modification of the project plan and extension of the TIF district for development district number 4 White Oaks Industrial Park, and approval for the president of the commission to execute and deliver such engagement.
Madam President, Tommy Amon is on Zoom, should you have any questions.
I have some questions. Tom, can you hear me?
Yes.
I noticed it's open-ended on a timeline. There's no, this could go on for 1 year, 2 years, 6 months.
Yeah, however,
In the contract.
yes, that's correct. However long it would take to complete these proceedings or have them rejected. So if the development office doesn't approve, then that would terminate the engagement. If the county commission doesn't approve, that would terminate the engagement. So it's just for the efforts to modify the district. So if that should stall or cease for any reason, then the engagement would terminate at that point.
Would it be unreasonable for us to revisit this in 6 months to see where it's at without leaving it open-ended?
Oh, sure. Yeah, we could, with, any time frames that you guys want to get updates and revisit this. Yeah, happy to do that.
I think we're thinking at least every 6 months.
Yes, it usually takes about 6 months to complete something like this. So I would think yes, an update would be in order at that point to see where it is. Hopefully, we should have it wrapped up by then.
Okay.
By the 6 months or a year?
I think
Within
it's
6 months.
6 months.
I'd rather go a year, Tommy, because nothing moves, nothing, well, I appreciate you, but I'm yet to have anything happen in this building in 6 months, but. And, so why don't we make it a year, that way it gives you a chance to do your due diligence and move this forward, okay?
Yes, if that's how you all would like to handle it, I'm happy to do that.
Yeah, I believe in you, but at the same time, I also know have practice on everything.
Well, I don't think he sits on his laurels either. He tries to do.
Oh, no, it's not you, Tommy, it's just, it affects probably us.
I guess, Patsy, I'm still gonna look for a 6 month update, because when they haven't gotten anything started or moved along in 6 months, I don't know why we'd wanna
We can put it on our calendar and
leave it open that this is just gonna drag on for another 6 months. I think all the parties that have an idea what they're gonna do in 6 months.
Yes, and I have a draft of the application ready. I just need to get some information from the developer to complete it. And then I'll be ready to put that in front of you all, hopefully in a month's time to get it moving and then get it in front of the development office. So I think you'll be seeing some progress within a month.
Well, Patsy, I hate to help me and maybe help you as we do 6 months automatic renewal. If something's being done for another 6 months, it automatically renews. So would that cover you for your
So
year?
what you're saying, in 6 months, it's automatically, we're just gonna do it.
If something's going along, then we need to stop and ask why it's
not done.
been stagnant for 6 months, and is it a project that's gonna happen? So that would be, I think that should cover it. Does you have a problem with that, Tom?
No, that's fine.
Patsy's that work?
Not for me, Nick. Okay.
Okay. And then my other question is, the use of AI. Do we have to agree to that?
No,
We
you
could,
don't. We find it helpful to do, we have proprietary systems where the AI software that we use is a closed system, and the information that we put in there and that comes out to us is confidential and is not available outside of our system. So I just wanted you to know that. And I find it helpful sometimes to do research on that. It makes it more timely. But if you all don't want to do that or not comfortable with that, then we certainly don't have to do it.
could you supply us with the information and how you all handle issues with it? You have a company policy?
Yes, we do. Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy to do that.
Okay.
Or
And
if you guys, in this particular case, I mean, I don't need to do legal research. The only thing that might come up is information I'm trying to get relative to the development, which is really should come from the developer. So in this case, we could just agree, maybe, I don't think I'll need to use it, so we could just agree maybe just not to use it in this case.
okay,
But if it comes up again in another matter, then I can get you guys our policies with respect to that.
Yeah, and how, because I noticed you say you have people trained to be able to read what AI has written, recognize whether it's wrong or not. And that was my other question is how that's handled.
So we have to, the folks within our organization that use AI and have access to it, you have to go through training on how to use those software programs in order to be able to get access. So that's how our policy works with respect to the training.
Sounds like a good policy. Okay, those are all the questions I have, Susan. So I mean, I'll make a motion to approve the Steptoe and Johnson's agreement with for 6 months with automatic renewal for another 6 months if progress is being made, and to strike the AI clause out of the contract.
Motion as stated by Commissioner Hinkle. Got that, John? Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. I just have to say something. I can't help it. I think it's ironic you're wanting to take the AI out of there, but I voted for it. But yet we're looking at an AI policy today, so.
Yeah,
stay.
but I love their policy is that they're using a closed system and they're using and giving their people training. And I don't see that in our policy, and it's something I think we need to take under further guidance in our
I mean,
policy.
I'm just
Yeah.
think it's ironic.
No.
That's all.
I was surprised when I saw it in the contract. That's the first one I've seen where somebody's actually offered us AI. So.
Okay, at 10:10, we have a special funding request from the city of Salem for Events Committee requesting $1,500 to celebrate America's 250th anniversary. Hello,
How are we?
we're all right. How about yourself?
David, I am digging the outfit, by the way, just saying, love it.
Thank you.
So,
I
well,
have a pair too. Thank you.
I was gonna
David.
say, yeah, Patsy,
Come on, Patsy.
I know you've worn
Not
sillier
happening.
stuff than that, come on. Anyway, hi, my name is Amy Comer and I am the new city manager for this town of Salem. And we, like everyone else in the entire county, is celebrating America 250. What's nice about the way that all of this has come together is that, you know, the Wheeling Symphony Orchestra is the second, and then we have our celebration on the third, and then the fourth, you all are doing the fireworks thing. So it's kind of nice how we're all kind of bouncing off of each other. I think it's great. But we are requesting funding for support of that program through it's basically our events / parks / rec committee. And we were asking for the funding for not only the support for the decorations, which we will be using year after year, and for investment into our future events. So.
Motion approved $1,500.
Motion to approve $1,500 for the city of Salem. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None, motion carried.
Thank you very much.
10:05 gone.
Is there a 10:05? Oh, yeah, sorry.
Nonsense. I didn't know.
No, it's, I mean, I assume that's why Charlotte's here. We have a 10:05 nuisance property, Zachary Bliss, 9 Patterson Road, Shinston.
Yes, Zachary Bliss has cleaned up. He's all done. And his case is closed.
Can I, the Mount Clair? Where are we with that? Because it is
Did
getting
you-
much worse.
Did you see my email? We have a hearing date for August the 10th at 9
No, I
a.m.
think I saw your email, but
It is much
what's that,
worse.
what's that going to do for us? Is it going to get it cleaned up?
Well, as soon as Judge McMunn says that we can go in and clean it up, then we can put it out to bid and clean it up.
That's court order, right? That's as
I just want to make
drastic as
sure.
we
I
can make
need to
it.
know what to tell people because I've
Yeah.
heard several.
It has gotten worse. It's gotten a lot worse.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
But now it's 10:15. Special funding request from City Parks of Clarksburg requesting $2,000 for their annual fireworks display on July 2nd. Is somebody on Zoom? I don't see anybody from Clarksburg here.
I'm not sure if Doug was able to get on Zoom or not. So this is something that we usually support every year, their fireworks display. I'm sorry, I was trying to see if he made it on Zoom yet.
Motion to approve that $2,000 from the city parks of Clarksburg.
Motion to approve $2,000 for the City Parks of Clarksburg for their annual fireworks display. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Okay. Mhm.
Kill 'em all. Let's get through.
Well,
Kill 'em all. Nobody has any minute that has obviously, so. if-
is anybody coming for these or gonna
Let's just get-
appear or?
I do not believe
Can-
they were.
Patsy, can we run the last one at 10:35 separate from the other ones? Okay,
Okay, so we want to go ahead and do 10:20, 10:25 and 10:30 and.
yes, ma'am, I'm fine with this.
Okay, so we have a refunding request for the Harrison County Sheriff's Office for $1,500 for National Night Out. We have a request from the City of Clarksburg Police Department for National Night Out. Also from the City of Bridgeport for National Night Out.
So we would make those all 1,500, correct, Commissioner Tree Cost?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so is that the motion?
Yes, ma'am, to
Okay.
approve
Approve $1,500 for each entity
entity, yes.
or
ma'am.
department or whatever. Okay. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Okay. Now, number 10, review, discuss, consider budget revisions for general county and or just general county?
General County and Vital Services.
Okay.
These budget revisions for General County are just moving money between the different line items to clean up the books for the end of the fiscal year.
Okay, number 1. The original amount and the revised amount is the same thing, but we're supposed to be increasing that. Am I reading this correctly or incorrectly?
That is a typo, so it should be $843,917.
Oops.
Go ahead and make a motion to approve budget revisions A and B as presented. With the comment that in the future, I think we need to see these at least
Yes,
2 days before the meeting so that we can.
not 5 minutes or
Yeah,
after it started. Sorry, that's why I'm just trying to look through
I
these.
know.
And you probably buzzed through them, but that's okay.
No, there's a lot here to absorb, but
I would concur.
I apologize for that. Usually our meeting isn't on July first, so we have time to close out the books and get these done prior. But I know bookkeeping worked hard on getting all the checks cut and mainly yesterday putting insurance. And we just got the budget revision back from the state to put those on. So that is why there's such a rush with these.
these are all
I
revisions.
believe
for last
bookkeeping
year.
was okay yesterday, so I've been able to help you yesterday. Whatever. Okay, motion to approve revisions as presented.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Okay. Number 11, review, discuss, consider approval of an engagement letter for legal services to be provided by Steptoe and Johnson in relation to a modification of project plan and extension of the TIF district for development number 4 White Oaks Industrial, and approval for the president of the commission to deliver such engagement letter. We did that, right?
We're on Chad Biller. Well,
I'm just, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we did that a while back, did we not? Review, discuss, consider update on rail trail potential executive session pursuant to 69A4B9 to consider matters involving or affecting the purchase, sale, or lease of property, advanced construction planning, the investment of public funds, or other matters involving commercial competition, which if made public might adversely affect the financial or other interest of the state or any political subdivision.
Chad, is there any reason we would need to go into executive session for your report?
Unless you want to discuss the property with Jeff Goldeisen and Union Coal. That would be the only reason I would say.
I think
Ray is on Zoom if you wanna.
it's up to you all. Is it something you want to discuss, Patsy, that property, or just get an update on when we're gonna get some construction though? I'll leave it up to you.
Yeah, I think it's.
So let's start with, to me, the most important one is the bridge over West Fork. Where do
Yeah.
we stand with that one?
Yeah, I checked on that last week. I emailed Colina, the project manager with the DOH. She didn't give me much of an update other than, I think you saw the email. I think I copied you on it.
I was hoping she gave you more than just.
Yeah.
But she did.
It typically goes into the engineering division after you give it to the DOH, and it goes into a black hole, and there's no one really pushing it. So it's been there since the end of May. And then
So-
there's no time frame of when it's going to come out of that review process.
So what's it take to push it?
Probably political pressure.
Who's the best? Everybody?
Well, that was going to be the next question is when you say political,
Where should we start
where should we start?
and work our way?
Well, I mean, I'm not a politician, so I don't really know the best place. Sometimes going at the federal level, which is where you got the funds to do the work, might be the best. Sometimes your local politicians can have a great influence on the DOH. I know they're understaffed and I know they've got a lot on their plates, but
Is this going through our local region or all the way in Charleston?
Charleston. Will
Charleston.
be Charleston. Todd Rumbaugh was the secretary, and he would probably be a good first start.
Okay.
Probably won't see breaking ground on that this year, but
Probably unlikely.
just to start back.
So even with, if we lean hard, you still don't see that it'll break ground this year. Unless they put it to the top all of a sudden.
Unless they move it to the top, yeah, I don't see it happening. You know, once it goes to the review, they're probably gonna have a bunch of comments. And then the environmental will get it, and then it'll have to go through an environmental process, and then you'll get their comments, you have to change. It's gonna be a lengthy review process, I would imagine.
When you say environmentals, it's going to be federal and state environmental look at.
I don't know what they'll do with it. I've given them all the environmental information that we did, that we felt comfortable with, that we needed for permits. We felt comfortable with the way it is, and I haven't gotten any response back from the environmental people on where that stands.
Okay, I'm gonna skip over B only because we don't own the land on either side of that bridge yet. Where you have future north items, what's going on with that intergovernmental transfer process with Shinston and those projects to complete the rail trail?
So we've spent a lot of time out there from Shinston to Spelter, trying to develop the appropriate route for the rail trail. There is a lot of abandoned mine workings in that area. Some of them have been repaired already by the DEP, and some of those repairs are even failing. So we've broken up the expansion into 5 different sections. And we feel strongly that 4 of those 5 sections could be funded through the intergovernmental transfer of funds to the city of Shinston. Now, that's just our thoughts. That's not been submitted to the DEP for approval. We are getting close to having estimates for those 4 sections and sitting down with the DEP to discuss it. We feel really strongly that we will get their support because they came to us asking. And in particular, there's one area that they're very, very concerned about that could have some really bad things that would happen if the mine areas would blow out. Just leave it at that. So I really think that that's really going to take off here, probably this winter timeframe. So
1, 2, 3-year project for them.
oh yeah, it'll be a couple years.
And you say you have 4 projects you're talking with the West Virginia DEP about. What's the 5th one that it looks like it comes back in our lap?
It probably will fall back into your lap or another funding source. Yeah, maybe
What
Ambler.
would that be?
When will that be?
No, what's the 5th section? Whereabouts is it
Well,
located in all this?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't even looked at those sections yet.
Okay.
So I couldn't even tell you where that was. My goal would be to get the IGT money for all 5 sections.
Okay.
So I'm not going to.
And
I'm not going to.
is that going
I'm
to
going to push
political
that.
push too?
It may, but I think these are good things to start talking about now because, as you can see, you know, it takes years to do
Sooner
these
rather than
things.
later.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm gonna guess C is the same issue. It's so far down the road for you to think about a trailhead of Meadowbrook.
Yeah, but once you do item A, there is a lot of land available there that would be very suitable for a trailhead. there's no restrooms out in that area. And every time we're out there, it's a difficulty getting to a restroom. I think a restroom there at Meadowbrook would be really nice for the citizens parking area. So I think that should be on your radar, and that's Chad Biller talking. That's not, anyone else
But
saying that. And it's hard to prioritize these things, right?
I'm gonna say, because we really don't have anything done from Spelter back to Northview.
Right.
We still have that dangling number that you gave us.
It's a big number.
But
Yeah.
it's in pretty decent. I mean, it's
Yeah.
shape. I mean, I
There's
know there's
still-
other stuff going on.
There's still some areas there that need to be
Yeah.
repaired and fixed.
Yeah.
But
I just read it. the other day.
long-term things that you can get funding for, it takes years to get funding for. I think you should go ahead and prioritize those things. Let's submit them now and start that process.
We've got lots of projects we'd like to get funded. That's the problem.
It is.
Okay, B, the south and west trails.
Yeah, we're on schedule to have bids open for those August 13th. I don't see any reason why that work can't be done this year.
Now on the south trail, is that gonna get us from Lost Creek to the VA? Except for the bridges, correct?
Yes.
We need to have a discussion on bridges. And you said we've lost a section of the trail already into the stream.
Yes.
Where's that at?
In Mount Clair. Between the fire department and Mount Clair, what is it called? What's the road there beside the post office that goes off perpendicular to the main road? Is that Mount Clair Road?
I'm not sure. I know.
I forget.
Right by the fire department. Goes
Yeah.
Down in.
It's really close to the fire department. It was a section of the trail that we tried to get FEMA to fix. And never could make any headway with FEMA. But it has gotten substantially worse. And we will be working in the stream, so we will need an Army Corps of Engineer permit for
So
that.
this is near the fire department.
It's near the fire department, yeah. It's between the post office and the fire department.
There you go.
But the work from the VA to Lost Creek, as far as fixing the trail goes, that's what you're putting out to bid, but the bridges and the slide into the stream are separate.
Yes.
Do we have a cost or any kind of estimate to go by on that? 'Cause
Yeah,
we-
it was
I don't
all-
think We've approved it.
It was all included in my original cost estimate for that work that
We
you
approved
approved.
all that.
All that's been approved, yeah.
Okay. Well, that makes me feel better because Susan was gonna look at me next and say, where you gonna get the money?
Yeah, that's all.
I was feeling
wanted
that,
to do it,
Susan.
but-
I'm okay, I just was. And so the west, the only issues there is still lanes and Dollar General to get around it.
Lanes, Dollar General, yeah. We have a little section there. We have another little section there, but there's a sidewalk there already, and we're just planning on sharing the sidewalk.
So this is all gonna come in on August 13th. That section of trail and the
Yeah, no,
Lost Creek.
the Lane, Dollar General, the section of sidewalk that we don't have DOH approval at,
Okay,
we took all that out.
okay, so
So we
you have to
did-
bring that to us.
No, you've already approved all that. That's all going
Right.
out, and that's all part of our fees and part of
Okay,
what you've approved and set aside to do. So
I'm just trying to
just
figure out
gotta-
how we can get.
you got to keep Thrasher going and keep us cranking out these projects is what I'm trying to do. And we're probably more of the holdup than anything right now.
So it's your fault.
It is.
So we need to put pressure on
You need to
Woody,
put pressure on me and Woody.
on
Yeah.
you and Woody. Okay,
Well, I appreciate.
I'm being honest.
I appreciate your honesty, Chad.
the only issue we have to connect to downtown, we own everything down to the cemetery, correct? We just don't own from the cemetery into Wendy's, right?
Yeah, there's some sections in there. I really, Clarksburg is really going to be the hub of your trail system, and I really would like, and I know they've gotten some grants to study it. And I don't know where any of that stands with Clarksburg, but I really think that they really need to be your partner in that, because they're really the ones that will benefit the most from connecting in with these
It would be
trails.
great if we could make a sizable use or hub right there where the county, the school board owns Hike Field, bathrooms are there, water's there. That would be, instead of trying to do it out of Wendy's. So maybe we don't try to chase that land down from past the cemetery, because it's still dead end. Well, it'd be nice to would go into Clarksburg, but school board would make a nice place to put a trailhead in right there, and then they'd be able to go back. Okay.
You know, that this is like kind of like, item C, the overall plan and
Mhm.
prioritization and cost. I mean, those are all really good things that need to be discussed and come out with a clear plan of what you want to do.
We got then to extend past Lost Creek. I know we dropped that because of the bridge and the liability, trying to repair the bridge.
I'm getting a lot of interest from people down on the Elk River trails in Charleston. I've spent a couple hours on the phone with them. They're really wanting to connect into your system. And so they're aggressively looking at routes and doing that. So I could see that happening in the future at some point.
Is there a way we can do that without taking the bridge? And leaving it for the state to be responsible for
Oh,
maintenance?
Sure. I mean, there's all kinds of possibilities. You can go around it probably. There are probably ways to go around it if you acquire the right of way to do so. You probably could leave it in the state's hands. Maybe the Elk River Trail Authority would want it and would be happy to take it. Those are all valid considerations.
Where are we at? I missed it.
Out past Lost Creek, going where the
Oh.
big trestle and
Oh, that one.
we
Okay.
dropped that
Okay.
because of that bridge
Right.
and the liability, but if we could pick up the trail itself after the bridge to the county line to keep people from approaching on it, that would be best practice for us to get at least get that back. So I guess.
Yeah, and I haven't
matter of
looked at
asking staff
any of that. Not one thing, just
to look at trying to get that back, less the trestle, because the trestle was just outrageous to repair.
Yeah.
It just- somebody walked out and fell off of it at the time we were responsible, so. And
if
then
you
got-
if you go to Monongah and get on the rail trail there at Monongah and ride back towards Fairmont, there's a steel trestle that is pretty big and pretty large and over the river, and they've retrofitted it. So you can retrofit it and make them safe.
Oh, I agree, it's.
Yeah, I don't know if it's structurally sound. I don't know where it is, but I can't imagine it's in too bad. That couldn't be economically for pedestrians.
And you've got Connect West Bend Rail Trail. I guess my question is, are we back up running so that we can jump at Shinston at the trailhead and go to Fairmont, Morgantown, no issues on our trail?
No,
Yeah.
no, it's still closed with the
Still-
DP still doing that big
We're
slip
still
project.
closed. So do we have a timeline on that?
I should have called and asked about that, David, and I completely forgot. I don't know if they're working. I'm assuming they're working out there.
Patsy, have you been down the trail from Shinston to, or what, even let's just start the sewer plant down from the sewer plant down, are we okay?
No.
No,
you can't
they're still
get
working on
this-
slips down there too.
Okay.
You
So-
can't go under the bridge.
If I may interject
Oh.
a second, we
Mm.
did get an update. I believe I may have sent it out on Monday from Jamie at the DEP. Everything is on track. It looks like beginning of August, like August 1st, that will be wrapped up and done with. He called for that update and to give us an update on the pre-bid meeting for Cement Park.
Good.
So yeah, that's my big concern right now is getting Shinston that we can run all the way to Fairmont open, but we don't clog there. That way we got that section of trademark.
It's a really beautiful trail. If you haven't been
Yeah,
on
I
it, it's
just, I
really,
just want to
really
see if we
beautiful.
open that up and start doing stuff on it.
Yep.
They're all nice.
The VA to Height Field, what shape is that trail?
Never been on it. Don't know.
Could you give us an idea of
Sure.
status on that one?
It's okay to Thorn Street, but.
What it takes to clean it up down the Height Field,
Sure. I'd be happy to go out and do that for you.
just to take a look, so we got a rough idea what. At least then we're deeper into Clarksburg than they are presently downtown. I don't have any other questions.
How do we? Okay. So there's no action to be taken, correct?
No, ma'am.
Thanks, Jan.
You're welcome.
10:35, special funding request from Shinston Little League requesting funds to go to the West Virginia State Baseball Tournament in Barbersville, West Virginia on July 17th through the 24th.
I do believe Corey Hagan from the association, Shinston Little League, is on Zoom to talk to us about it.
Are you on Zoom, Corey?
I'm here.
Okay. Would you like to?
Yeah, I just wanted to see if we could get a donation from the commission. I'm not asking for a set amount, but it takes a lot for 12 kids to go down there and stay for hotels, meals. And last year we won the state championship and we was down there for 9 days in Beckley because of rainouts. So it does take a lot. I mean, we're doing other funding too, fundraisers. But I was just going to ask the commission if they would want to make a donation.
Recommend 3. If you two are in agreement, or 2,500.
I'll go with 3.
Okay.
You okay with 3? Okay.
Motion to approve $3,000 for the Shinston Little League for the state baseball tournament.
Motion to approve $3,000 for the Shinston Little League for the state baseball tournament in Barbersville. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried.
Thank you, guys. Do I need to come there or what do I need to do to pick up a check?
I'll contact you after the meeting and we can.
Oh. Okay, that works. Thank you, guys.
Uh-huh.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, number 13, review, discuss, consider renewal of McKinley Architecture and Engineering contract to provide services to Harrison County. Original agreement end June 30, 2026, with option to renew for 1-year periods upon mutual agreements of both parties.
Move to approve renewal McKinley Architect and Engineering contract for 1 year.
Motion to approve McKinley Architect and Engineering contract for 1 year. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. 14, review, discuss, consider the approval and adoption on Harrison County AI use policy.
We drafted a policy. I sent it to our legal team and Laura, look it over. Now we're sending it to you to see if you want to add.
Did we use information from NACO or?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, we use some of their guidelines along with state code guidelines.
And again, that's only because what we just went through with Steptoe and Johnson. Is there a AI that's specific to what we do, or do we limit what kind of AR people can use?
We can, we don't currently, but we can.
Is there platforms that are
Strictly for government?
That would be my first question, yeah.
Yeah, there are.
And two, there's so many of them out there.
Yeah, there's a
Should
lot.
we limit to what?
We can
ones
limit
We think
to
are,
what we access, what the users access.
or
we can-
what's safer than just let them go out and pick whatever AI they want to work with.
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
Okay,
We don't want to do that now.
so, but that's not part of, we don't have any stuff like that attached to this, right?
Correct. We can look at a closed system, closed AI that's just, it tells the county only, nothing leaves the system.
And we can track.
And we can track, right now, we can only track by firewall and network activity. We can
'Cause I
block
think
it.
We need to know what's going on where.
I agree. And then I like that, back it all, reference back to what I got to read in the contract was that they actually train people and make sure that they understand the
Yeah.
ones that they allow to do it have been through some kind of training program.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Training.
I would think that we would want to look at that same issue.
Yeah, keep it contained in the county because everything's FOIA request. The AI is not. It's the user's FOIA requestable.
It looks like we need to do some more work.
Yeah, if we can come back to the next meeting, Brian, and if you
Yeah.
can tighten it up and kind of see where we're at, that
Okay.
we want to make sure that one, the people are using it, know how to properly use it. I think like Susan, I like what she said, closed system, and just what type of AI we're going to allow into writing something for us, because I thought it was very interesting in the attorney's agreement. It was AI can make a mistake and we will still have an attorney look it over to try to catch those mistakes.
Yeah, I'll work with Trey on that.
So
So
thought
can you-
those were interesting statements coming from a law firm that they're,
Yeah,
so I'm just like,
They're
okay,
covering
well,
themselves.
it just set some bells off for me.
All right.
That
good timing.
it's good. Yeah, it couldn't have happened at a better time to look at it. So,
And I don't think any other county in the state's adopted a policy yet, so
well, let's make us
You like-
number one
Yeah.
and let's make us the model.
absolutely.
Can you all hear me okay, Commissioner?
Yeah. Yeah.
Was that a yes?
Oh, there he is.
Yes,
So-
correct.
So two comments. One, I think we need to look at who owns the data in terms of our AI use. We want to make sure that we're controlling the county's data, and that would require more of an enterprise level AI product. And Brian and I can work on that. Number two, we want to use a product if we're not using a closed system that doesn't train on our data. Specifically, some of the Claude higher level AI platforms, you have more control over ownership of data as well as how it can or cannot be used. And I think we need to look at those issues.
Do you think we can have this worked out by the next meeting, or do you all need longer?
What do you think, Trey? 2 meetings away?
Yeah, I'd say 2 meetings, we can get a good grasp on it.
First meeting in August.
Yeah,
Okay. My motion is to table for now and bring it back first meeting in August.
Motion to table and put back on the agenda August, first meeting in August,
Yes, ma'am.
correct?
Yes, ma'am.
thank
Any
you.
discussion? You want to say something?
I'm good.
Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Good job. Thank you,
All right,
guys.
thank you. I'll get with you, Trey.
Yeah, thanks, Brian, because I mean, it's seems to be more of an issue nowadays.
Number 15, review, discuss, consider budget revisions from the sheriff. Law enforcement process and staging. Wow.
So what we got here? Sure.
Him trying to move money between the line items to go into the overtime line items.
Let me ask you something.
Well,
We have the largest sheriff's department per capita in the city of Wilson. Why don't we come sheriff time?
So some of the overtime is, like what we did on a previous meeting was for the overtime details. Some of this overtime is caused by maybe a shift is short or something, so someone has to work to cover that shift. Some of it is, like court overtime is one example that he's moving to put money in for, the deputies that have to come in and be here for court. So there's different things that affect the overtime.
David, Susan? How does Marion Mon have the?
That's, I wish I had the answer, because I'm,
Less. One less deputies with more land and more people. What are we doing wrong?
I think part of the problem, Patsy, is at least with Mon County, they've got more cities covered with police departments.
In Bridgeport, Shinston, Lynchburg, Salem?
I don't, does Salem have a police force right now?
No.
I didn't think they did, but. So there's 29, didn't we put money in originally for overtime?
Yes.
And this is exceeding that?
So we put money in the different overtime. But
We haven't been reimbursed for some of this. Is that correct?
that is correct. But what's on here is court overtime and regular overtime. So some of this is stuff that they accumulated that they have to move money within their own budget that we were not adding to. If that makes sense.
But this is all within his existing budget. We're not taking money from general county and putting it back into his budget.
That is correct. This is all within his line item. We did on the 15th of June where we moved money into it.
Oh, there was $300,000 just recently.
Yes.
I mean, we do understand that's $300,000. But again, what I'll remind my two commissioners,
No,
biggest sheriff's department per capita in the state of West Virginia. Between Clarksburg and Bridgeport, we have another 80 people. Men and women in cruisers. Shinston adds another 9.
There's 9 policemen in Shinston?
Right, so they're up to that one time. Maybe they all quit.
I don't think that they're up to that currently,
I
but
don't
I
either.
am not sure of their numbers at this time.
They have a hard time keeping deputies with law. I'm sure police officers can be taken into account. I mean, I'm not picking on it, I'm just confused how we're not covered about the time and a half.
I
Some
think
of them, I don't understand.
Commissioner Tree Cost has pointed out something that we need to get a breakdown on where all this overtime by.
I'd like to know how
Used.
much is shift overtime and how much overtime is the additional duties that the other jobs that they're doing. Running through the system and getting retirement credit and all
So
of that.
all of those are broke down specifically. Overtime, the overtime line item is just that, overtime for the department, whether a shift is short or not, that's where it comes out of there.
Well,
Then there's
And
a
I think that's our problem. We have.
Well, but I also, and I'm not saying this is gospel, but I understand that if a deputy is put in his hours, but then he needs to go to court, then that's a separate day. It's not while he's on duty. If he goes to testify in court, it's on overtime.
Yeah,
And
if it's not
so
his shift.
that is,
But they don't schedule him to testify during shift.
so that
What
is,
happens if they go on a call? What happens if something happens?
I'm just saying,
I mean, and I'm just,
I'm just saying.
I
think
don't
that-
disagree with what you're saying.
But I don't know how to
but
cure it, but
I
it's
don't think
it's
you
an
can.
issue
I
that
don't think it's possible.
we need to see how the overtime's coming about.
so sir, just for clarification, there is an actual court overtime line item to break it
Okay.
down. What is regular overtime for covering shifts and everything, and what is court overtime for when they have to appear in front of the magistrates, judge or judges, whatever it might be.
So that's just 2,500 court overtime.
That is correct.
And the other overtime is shift overtime.
That is correct.
What's the 701?
701
Process.
is process, yes.
So this is overtime for process, $1,300.
process that overtime, yes, ma'am.
Serving papers? Or did they have to take a female to, need a female for the transport?
I can't answer that.
I'm just.
Move to approve budget revisions from the sheriff line item 700, 701, and 703.
Motion to approve budget revisions for the sheriff for 700, 701, and 703. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Were they short? I'm sorry, I just looked at this one. Were they short in salaries and wages?
For who,
$1,200?
law enforcement or
Staging.
staging?
Staging.
Yes.
Can you
So,
explain that to me?
so staging has an extra help line item that they don't have anyone really being paid out of right now. So that went to the people who are working the extra shifts, whatever, that's the overtime. We looked into, because I couldn't figure out how their salary wages went over, looking into it. So if we have a holiday week and they have off on that Monday or whatever holiday pay, and then they
The one the governor gets is.
yes, and then, but they work, 5 days that week, plus that holiday, that doesn't count as overtime. So that comes out of the straight salary line item instead of an overtime. So that's why some of them, when it comes to salaries, isn't necessarily that we didn't budget properly. It's because of that holiday pay in with.
No, I'm not saying we didn't budget, but I just was curious.
No, yes, and they have a good bit of funds in the extra help line item that are not being utilized.
Okay. Thank you. Number 16, review, discuss, consider resolution authorizing the application for 2026 abandoned mine land economic revitalization program for phase 1 of the master plan of the Route 19 property.
Yeah, this will be, we'll have that submitted next week. It's a substantial grant. That's for basically excavation, earth moving in preparation for structures on that property.
Motion to approve resolution authorizing the application
And
and for proper signatures to be affixed.
motion to approve resolution authorizing the application for the 2026 abandoned mine land economic program for phase 1 and to affix the appropriate signatures. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Susan, if we could, before we get to administrator's report, I'd like to make a motion to remove tabled items 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Okay. Motion's been made to remove tabled items from the table 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
Thank you.
Yes. Motion carried.
Thank you. That was actually one of the things on my list to try to get rid of some of those tabled items. The only thing mainly that I have is we have our event at the Sunset Ellis tomorrow, Thursday, July 2nd with fireworks. I encourage everyone to partake in the different festivities going on around Harrison County. There's a lot of different things planned and scheduled between Shinston, Clarksburg, Bridgeport, and everything. And there's also a lot of festivities around the state to go and enjoy. So I hope everyone has a safe and wonderful holiday week.
Mr. Treecost? I have nothing. Well, happy 4th and happy 250th. Wait a minute.
Come on, Pat, give him a picture with us all with the glasses on. Come on. I told him you wouldn't do it. Come on, make me a liar.
Motion to adjourn. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Did you have anything you didn't get? You want to say?